Interface Video presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fairhope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities, and the Frankie Smith Funeral Home.
Hello friends, and welcome to Fairfield Today. I'm your host, Paul Jasson. Nice to have you join us on as we begin taping today's segment this beautiful day. What a winter it's been. It's been so wonderful all year. It's really spoiled us to some degree. We hope for a few more weeks of this and then turn spring and get really nice. That's kind of our hope. But as we begin taping today, it's a beautiful day outside Fairfield Federal downtown as we get going. It's a pleasure to have you with us, and our first guest today is a young man that the first time we've had him on. Something new. It's a new company. We always like to talk about small businesses. Crimson Promotions. Brian Pugh is with us from Crimson Promotions. Brian, you're the kind of the founder and starter of this company. Small business is what drives business in Lancaster and Fairfield County. So how long has Crimson Promotions, we'll get to what it is, but how long has it been together?
Been in existence since about August of last year.
So not quite a year.
Yeah.
Okay. Crimson Promotion. So you promote, and I know in our talking, it's music and gospel groups and putting venues like churches or halls together with gospel groups. Would that be
Gospel
correct?
Groups, singer, soloist.
Yeah. You've got the event we'll be talking about. We'll talk about other things about that, but the event we wanted to really talk about is coming up in a couple of weeks. March 19th?
March 19th.
And what's going to happen that day?
We're bringing a group from Cincinnati that we represent called Delivered. It's a Southern gospel group.
Delivered.
Trio, and they come with a full band, and it'll be just a nice, relaxful afternoon of gospel music from 4:30 to 6.
Now, what day? Sunday?
It's a Sunday.
Sunday afternoon, and where's that going to be?
It's an Appalachian Listening Room. It's called ALR. It's located at 48 West Main Street in Logan, Ohio. Right downtown.
Yeah, 48 would be right downtown. I'm kind of familiar with Logan, so it'll be right on that main drag someplace, yes. And it's a hall that's
it's a small venue.
Newly put in there.
Yeah.
And I guess the cost is good for this, right?
It's absolutely free. Just love offering.
Love offering for the group. Good. And is this your first time getting anybody from this far away from Cincinnati to come in?
This is our third event that we've done there. We did one with a local group here called Crosspoint, which I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with.
Oh yeah.
And then in February we did with a group called Violet Maynard Family. She's out of Pataskla area. So this is the first group that we've got from a distance. We have more scheduled throughout the year.
So the group or your organization is called Crimson Promotions, and you, for the most part, gospel. Would that be correct? For the most part, gospel, and you kind of put together singers and groups with venues and concerts and kind of handle all that. And I was looking at one of your cards that you gave me, and on the back there are several groups listed, and so you represent maybe half a dozen groups already that if somebody wants to hear one of these groups, then you can make that happen.
Yeah, they would just need to contact me. They can either contact me by calling 614-400-1395, that's my phone number, or you can look us up on Facebook at Crimson Promotions, and it has a contact information there also.
Now, tell me, some of the groups I see, Gary, these are probably I'm probably not as familiar with these as folks like you are, as maybe some of our listeners. We talked about Delivered, but then the Steels and Gary Winningham, these are gospel people and groups.
Some of the ones that we represent are just starting out. Gary Winningham has been in the Southern gospel industry for about 15 years.
Okay. He
sang with a group called Airline, which was the national group, and they had top 10 songs. And now he's traveling by himself, and he's out of Pigeon Forge, and he'll be coming to Logan in October.
Okay, so that's a popular place. You like? There's a place down there that you get along good with that you can have these concerts.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you done any around town here? I know Crosspoint, they're more regional, but they're certainly a local group.
This is actually the first series of concerts that we've done in the area.
Okay.
We're more into having people, if they're looking for a gospel group or singer to come into their church, they call us, and we can fix them up with one of the 6 that we have that for
Okay.
a concert.
With Brian Pugh. Brian is with Crimson Promotions. Changing Lives One Concert at a Time is their logo that they use. And again, if you'd like to contact Brian or get in contact with them for any of the concerts that you might be interested in, it's 614-400-1395. So the next one coming up is March 19th. It's in Logan, 4:30 in the afternoon.
Yes.
Okay. And this is a free will offering at a venue in Logan, Ohio. They're just coming up for this one day? Is it just a one-day concert?
They're coming up for one day, and if you're a church and you would like a good Southern Gospel group, they have that Sunday morning available. We're
Okay.
trying to book them in the area Sunday morning so that they have the full day in this area. Just contact me and we'll see what we can do about getting them at your church.
So I guess the people that you'd be mostly interested in calling you would be, let's say, a church that had a budget a festival that, and we know in the spring and the summer, there's a festival at least one a week, maybe more than one a week throughout the entire summer. They can contact you if you are a group maybe that is interested in maybe trying to get into the area and trying to get to know some of the local people. You'd be somebody to call on that.
Yeah.
614-400-1395. You think it's going pretty well? You've only been in business a little while. Is it kind of a slow start to get the ball rolling?
It's a slow start, but I started doing this business by myself, and I'm still working full time, and so I brought Phil Beavers along, and he's also helping me make contacts, and it's just getting your foot in the door, getting to know the right people, and go
Well,
from
that's
there.
usually it is. Get a contact and kind of get a rapport, I guess, with some of the churches, with some of the artists. Maybe they have a manager, maybe things like that. That's kind of how it works.
Yes.
Yeah, go good. So it's Crimson Promotions, 614-400-1395 is Brian's phone number. You can contact him. And the concert that the most current one coming up, give us the information on that again.
March 19th. It's in Logan, Ohio, called Appalachian Listening Room, or ALR, and it's at 48 West Main Street, Logan, Ohio. It's 4:30 to 6 o'clock, and it's just a love offering.
All right, very good. And it'd be a good Sunday afternoon to be doing that down there, and a good way to spend some time listening to some good music. Have you heard Delivered? Are you familiar with them? They have CDs out. Are they?
They have several CDs, and I spent a week with them down in Kentucky at an event. We sang down there. They're very, very great group of guys.
Very good. So Brian Pugh with Crimson Promotions Facebook page. They can find out about you there. I looked you up on
Crimson
that.
Promotions.
Yep, got a lot going on there. So good luck with your concert in March. We'll maybe get you back a little later on. We'll see how this thing all works out.
Thank
Good.
you.
Brian
Thank you.
Pugh's with us. We'll be back with Victor Jones from OUL after this. Welcome back to Fairfield Today. I'm your host, Paul Jasson, and I think as we just talked to Brian Pugh about Crimson Promotions, we think of small business, and really small business is the engine that drives a city like Lancaster, a county like Fairfield County. Small business is really the engine that moves throughout the community. If you talk to Travis Markwood at the Chamber of Commerce, we've had him here on the show talking about this. Talk to Dave Scheffler of Destination Downtown Lancaster. Small business is really what those folks in the Chamber, Destination Downtown deal with. And if you're a small business and you have, and we know you have banking needs, if you're thinking about maybe looking at those, how can they be more beneficial to you? I would suggest as an owner or somebody that's in charge of the business needs of your small business, give Fairfield Federal a call. They have people designated to do that right here in this building and at their other branches too, over on West Side and up in Pickerington. FairfieldFederal.com would be a place to get on there. They have a link on there for business banking. You can look up and see the things that they can provide for you as a business to make your job easier so you can perhaps pay more attention to growing your business and getting more employees and making your business bigger. That's what that's all about. They would like to help you in that progression. So FairfieldFederal.com to help with your business needs. And again, a nice link on there, answer some questions. Give the people here a call. They'll talk to you locally. They're local people who make local decisions. FairfieldFederal.com, a good way to start on your business banking needs. pleasure to have back with us now Victor Jones. Victor, thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining us. How
Thanks
are
for-
you?
I'm doing
I understand the
fantastic.
back is a little ouchy.
Oh my gosh, yes, when it rains.
Here
it
we
pours.
are getting ready to get on the big Fantastics play out at OUL, and,
Right.
and you're hobbling around.
I am, and I'm constantly moving, constantly doing something.
No, I'm shocked over that.
And when something goes out, I mean, I'm down
It's
for
hard
the
on
count.
you. This is hard on you, isn't it?
It
Not
is
being
hard.
able to do what you do because you're a little type A personality, man.
Yeah,
You're always on the go.
I'm always on the go. Thank you, Dr. DePietro, for making me able to stand up straight and get out there yesterday because I was determined not to miss school.
Now, I can list you, I know, as artistic director, but I know you're a teacher out there. What are some of your other titles that you go with out at OU?
Lecturer of theater, and I'm a professor there also. I teach all the theater classes along with Dr. Robert Cooperman. We have a thriving theater program, which I'm very proud of.
Sure. Now, I know we'll talk about Grease. Grease is coming up in the summer. We'll
Sure
talk about
is.
later in that. But now we've got the Fantastics coming
Right.
up, just about a month away.
Yep.
Really, you're in training right now for
We
that.
are.
You've got your folks there out at OU. Tell us about the Fantastics. What's that about?
The Fantastics steals, borrows, robs from a bunch of great themes from traditional theater over the years. You have a little bit of taste of West Side Story. You have a little bit of Shakespeare and Romeo and Juliet. It's about a boy and a girl, who fall in love, and the plot that their fathers devised to keep them apart so that they actually fall in love. Because the fathers are best friends. So they devise all that, and it's been running off Broadway for 51 years. It's the longest running musical in the
I almost
world.
can't remember when it didn't run.
I know.
Somewhere.
You go there, it's always somewhere in a small little theater.
Yes.
It's got those great songs, Try to Remember, Soon It's Gonna Rain, Plant a Radish, This Plum is Too Ripe. The songs go on and on and on. It was also one of the early television specials that was done live on TV many years ago, back when
TV was live.
was live and there was black and
I was
white
going to say black and white, I bet.
and 3 and 4 channels.
Wow.
So it's got its following. It's great music. Anyone who's in musical theater has done the Fantastics, and you want to be able to say, I was in the Fantastics, because it's such a great piece of work. It's got such a good story, and it's a love story. And everyone loves a good love story.
Let's get it out early, and we'll mention that again. When is it going to be performed, and how do people get tickets?
March 29th through April 2nd. There's 6 performances, nightly at 7:30 and a Sunday matinee at 2.
Yeah.
Our box office is open beginning March 6th. If you want to come out and actually talk to someone. That's right in the north lobby of Ohio University Lancaster campus when you walk in, right in front of the theater. You can also go to our Facebook page, which we have a lot of followers on there, and it gives you a link. You can also leave a message on our box office phone, which is 681-3353, or you can message me or email me. There's plenty of ways to get information.
Now, when I've gotten tickets, I've just gone out there because it's convenient for me. I go out there, we look at the seating, we pick the seats. Is that something that can be done over the phone?
You can do it over the phone. You can actually call in over the phone and
Okay.
say, I want these seats, and we can
And
tell you
they'll
if they're
tell you the
available.
best available
Yes.
or where you want to sit. So
We are.
good.
And
How much are the seats? I'm sorry.
Adults are $14.
Okay.
Students do have a discount. All students can
Sure.
get in with an ID for $12.
In Fantastics, it's a great
it's-
performance. It's going to be great. But that's such a great venue. There's not a bad seat there. Everybody's close. Even if you're in the back row, you're close. It's just wonderful.
It's
out there.
an amazing place to perform, and what we've actually done is we've extended the stage forward 8 feet. So it actually gets you closer to the actors
So
that
it
are
took
on
away
stage.
that little pit.
Took
that was
away
in there.
that pit that
so
was
the,
there.
the front is very close. Now.
You're very close, and
Yeah.
you're going to feel a part of it. In my research studying it, it was one of the things that the producers and the playwrights and the librettists have recommended is that you get the audiences involved and as close as you possibly can to the performance, so they can feel the show that much more.
I bet. Now, the people that you have in there, and again, they've all been set. They're working on this very hard and diligently as we talk for performances that are about a month away, the Fantastics. Are these entirely OUL students,
They are.
theater students, no outside people?
No outside people. That we open it up to the community for our summer production.
Okay.
Which is Grease. These are theater students, and incredibly talented musical theater
I was
students.
going to say, there's a lot in here more than just being able to memorize some
Yes.
lines or being able to recite. You have to have some vocal training.
They
too,
are.
right?
They're most of them are the triple threat, which is they
Yeah.
act, sing, and dance. They're really good. If you've ever seen the show, Louisa has an incredible range. High first soprano. Matt, the other leading guy, the two people that fall in love, have a gorgeous voice. You have to. They sing song after song after song. So the stamina and endurance that they need to perform is incredible, and they're working on that.
And just in one show, and now we're doing 6 days, 6 performances, in just a few days, not 6 days.
In just a few days, and one special matinee just for area local students in our county. K through 12 are invited to come on a Friday morning,
Sure.
and we do those special matinees. I'm extremely proud of that because otherwise there might be a chance where those students don't get to see live theater,
Yeah.
and many of them who come, it's the first time that they've ever been to a theater to see something like that.
And I guess your hope would be with those folks is that you never know that at some point they might, when you have auditions, my first time, Victor, was when I came as a student, and here I am today.
And I still have those memories about my first time. I remember seeing the Fantastics in 1970-something out at Wagner Theater, and I was talking to you about that earlier, and I remember also some other moments that were important to me as a young person when I saw Anything Goes with then Kathy Flairbone, who's
right.
was in that, and remembering saying, "Oh my gosh, how do you get involved in this?"
Kathy Kitteridge now,
Kathy-
for people
right.
that want to know now. Kathy, one of the great folks around.
And she had a lead in that,
Blow 'em out.
and I was like, I can go to school at Lancaster High School and I can sing, dance, and act and get involved in this.
Wow.
I remember seeing Colleen Fitzpatrick in My Fair Lady.
Whoa, what a star
Miss
in this
Teenage
area.
America. And these are
Oh,
all
yeah.
things on my journey as a young person who my teachers took me to see student matinees at the time, which inspired me to pursue that because primarily before that I wanted to be a piano player, music teacher. But those things touched me at a very early age.
Talking with Victor Jones, OUL Artistic Director. The Fantastics coming up here in just about a month. And we got to talk a little bit before we went on the show. You are a Lancaster High School graduate.
I am.
You came through here.
Very proud
Did
of
you
it.
go through the theater performances out at Lancaster High
I
School?
did when I was out at Lancaster High School.
Who headed that up then?
The vocal department was Mr. Unger, then Mr. Smith, and Mr. Lauren Peterson were there when I was there.
Who now has a theater company?
Lancaster Playhouse.
Godspell is coming up. here
Godspell's
with
coming
them.
up this week, or just past this past weekend.
We have a couple groups, and I know Lauren. We've had him on the show several, and we talked about Godspell on that. So, did you know at a fairly early age? Well, you talked about maybe music was more your thing, but then you kind of transitioned, which was a natural transition into this, because you
was.
certainly get to use your music abilities here.
Oh, I do, especially in musical theater, which is the triple threat. I love playing the piano. I love teaching vocals. I love everything about musical theater. That's why we usually do 2 of the 4 performances a year are musical.
I was going to say you try to incorporate that.
I do, and
Yeah.
and they kind of, that's what we're known for. Our trademark is musical theater. Very proud of that. Like the Wizard of Oz last year when we had people flying all over the stage, and
That was
how are you
amazing.
gonna, right? And it's, all you have to do is provide the venue, give the students the opportunity, and they will rise and grow and learn and cherish each of those moments. So that way, I'm extremely blessed.
And then beyond this performance in about a month with the Fantastic, this summer performance is Grease.
Grease. And
Wow,
everybody's
is that
shocked.
the word?
Yeah, that is the word. And every student I know is shocked that I chose that.
Really?
Because 5 or 6 years ago, when I first started at the university, I said to everyone, I'll never do that show. I've done that show so many times before. Early on in my career, back in the 70s again, with Lorna Luff, Barry Williams, Gary Williams, Barry Williams from Brady Bunch,
Right.
Gary, and Lorna Luft, who's Liza Minnelli's sister.
Right,
I'd done the show. I did it at high school in Miami, Florida, and I'd kind of had my fill of Grease. But it was on TV recently over the last year, the live version.
Started burning a little bit.
And I
inside
fell
you.
in love with the show all over again. I said, "Wow, this is great material."
Never say never.
Right, this
Never
is
say
great
never.
material, and I just thought it would be the right show at the right time for us for the Lancaster Festival show.
Now, when will the auditions be for Grease? Be early in the summer?
April
or
29th and
April?
30th.
Oh.
So we finished
it's really
Fantastics.
kinda- and then boom, boom.
The semester ends. I begin rehearse auditions, and we're off for Greece.
Wow. So I guess you know how your summer is going to work out.
Yeah, I do.
You've got it all planned out here. It must be a lot of fun for you to, with your background and the things you like to do, to be out here with a again, we always talk about how fortunate we are in Lancaster. I have Ohio University in Lancaster. I went there myself. It's a wonderful place, and to see how the university has grown here, and now we see how the theater department, and certainly under your tutelage, has been amazing out there with the Jeff Wagner Theater, and, and now the revision of that. It's modernized. You've done some things to make it just more big time, and you get more big time performances done here. From where you were 6 years ago till now, it's been quite a journey.
It has, and I walk in every now and then, especially the renovation. You walk in and and I have to remember what it was before, because it is so nice now. You have the state-of-the-art sound system, the state-of-the-art lighting design, but of course that also wants to bring students who want to learn those things.
Yeah, they're certainly behind the stage people, AV people, camera people.
So they want to come there so they can use these wonderful things. You have the new carpet, the acoustical panels, the new grand drape, which our alumni provided, the theater alumni, new carpeting. It's hard to imagine it any other way, because it's as it should be right now. It's gorgeous.
So can you tell us a little bit, you mentioned a couple of the names, how many people are in this performance of the Fantastics?
Fantastics has 10 cast members. I hope I'm not forgetting anyone. There's 10 cast members. One understudy, one female understudy who understudies all the roles. Just, you never know, something could happen. You got to always have a backup plan. Stage manager, lighting and soundboard, and a very simple set, traditional to the New York style, reflective of Commedia dell'arte characters and Shakespearean style sets, because that's how the show should be honored. We're doing it very traditionally. We're not putting it out there in some unique setting or something. We're going to honor the classic material that it is.
And I guess you mentioned that. I don't think I had given that much thought about students being your behind-the-scenes people.
Oh, they are.
They do the AV, they do the sets, they do all of that.
They are my right-hand man.
Sure.
And because I am a one-man band, as I call it out there, my students collaborate with me on everything, helping set up the lighting. They build the set. They do the sound design, which is, incredible. Sometimes I do the sound design because I have that neat little iPad that I sit in the audience, and I can control everyone's volume, which is effortless. You just sit there and turn on each mic as they're singing.
Isn't that
adjust
amazing?
it. You can move anywhere in the theater to get the best possible sound. And boy, has that made a difference.
Ain't technology grand.
It is. And we also have an iPad that's for the lighting board also. So we can sit there and change the lighting cues right there. Hit go, 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 next, next, next.
Wow.
From the audience also. So we have this incredible amount. Our community funded all those.
Sure.
Through a drive that Mandy Custer.
I remember we had Mandy on talking about
Mandy
that. She was such a big girl in your corner. And OU, but certainly the theater department. Mandy, and we miss her very much. We still do. She was a wonderful girl. We love to have her on the show. But boy, somebody that promoted OU and got the job done for you.
Got the job done, and an amazing thing. She helped us when we went to the Kennedy Center American College Theater Festival, help us raise funds for that. But it's just a spectacular venue to perform in. Our students are the enrichment that they get from participating in an OUL theater. They probably don't realize everything they're learning, because
you never do when you're in the moment.
You don't. No. And because it's a smaller school, you have more opportunity to get your hands on so many different things.
Yeah, if you went to a bigger theater, maybe you'd be in one, maybe a smaller part. Here, you can.
You can do it all. You can do it all. You can work on the set. You can learn the lighting board, the Mac computer that's up in the booth, which controls all our digital imaging. So there's a lot to get involved in.
So if anybody is out there, maybe as a high school person, or maybe some parents here of high school kids, if they wanted to talk to their kids, maybe getting involved, I guess contact you.
Contact me or Student Services.
Or Student Services, and you can let them know, because there are in front of the camera things, there are behind the camera things, a lot going on out there.
There's a lot going on, and we welcome everyone. There's always a place for someone to learn something new. And someone says, well, I want to try it. But one of the greatest things about our students is they support and believe in what I'm doing. So all I simply usually have to do is, can you help? Yes. What else can I do? And they just jump at the chance.
Oh, good. Victor Jones, you got to get a little more enthused, Victor. You can't be
I'll
laid
try.
back like you are. I mean, you got to show some enthusiasm.
All right,
okay?
I will.
He's struggling with his back a little bit. You can see how he is when he's 100%. He'd be going crazy right here now. But give us the dates again, and how people can get tickets.
Sure, it's March 29th through April 2nd.
Fantastics.
The Fantastics, one of the greatest musicals in the world, running 51 years off Broadway. You can buy tickets at 740-681-3353. But the best place is really to find us on Facebook at OUL Theater. There's links available that'll take you right to buying the tickets online.
Yeah.
Or you can go to the university webpage, and on the left-hand side is an icon that says OUL Theater. Click on that. You can buy tickets from there. We mail the tickets directly to your home.
Yes.
You can put the request in the comments of where you want to sit. We try to accommodate that, and at this early stage, we pretty much can accommodate it.
So again, go online, Facebook. You can go into the university. They have people there right at the north entrance where you can walk in and talk to folks and get your tickets right there. Pay for it all right there. It's a one-stop shop. You can get it done. The Fantastics coming up with OUL. Victor Jones, the big guy out there. Victor,
Thanks so much
for
having me.
It's always exciting. And as we get closer to Greece, is the word. We'll get you back here, and as we move into the summer, we're excited to talk about that. Sure. Thanks for being with us on Fairfield Today.
Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fairhope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities, and the Frankie Smith Funeral Home.